As you can see, they're hacking into my phone. They're scrambling my words on it. I've been on here for at least 20 minutes trying to type this out, and they keep scrambling my words, and the hackers from Fisa and the FBI and all them are interfering with my phone. The Homeland Security terrorists, all of them interfering with my phone. What are they scared of? This is why they put me on the targeted list to begin with. This right here is why they put me on the targeted list to begin with here. It sure is not no connection problem, and if it is, it's because the hackers and the FBI, FISA, and everyone they work for is involved in that connection problem. I didn't have no connection problem until then, and I'm in the same spot. I'm trying to put. They have and still do vile things that all of us targeted individuals would consider to be worse than anyone in America has ever experienced. In, and see, I've already had in, and they keep on putting other words in there. They type that in themselves. I don't type that in. In, I erased that. See? Hackers are doing this here. They want me to click out of it and start over, and I'm not starting over. I'm not starting over. It's not going to happen like that, player. It's not going to happen like that. So, They have and still do vile things that all of us targeted individuals would consider to be worse than anyone in America has ever experienced in their entire life. And I'm trying to erase this because I didn't type that, they did. From their end. So they're messing with us and torturing us is what they're doing with our own, even with our devices, they're playing mind games on us. It's all a mind game. In that right there. It is something you only seen, and it's something you only seen. Let's take the it out. In horror, suspense, and science fiction. They must have let off of my phone because it's not my problem. It's their problem. See what they do? Anyone that's not experiencing this, they're not going to understand because you're not being tortured and targeted with it. It is something you only seen in horror, suspense, and science fiction movies. Oh, here it goes again. Some of what I experience is modern day MK Ultra. And some may say, well, all of that is modern equipment. Well, the reason why I say modern day is because back in the 50s, and probably far back during World War II, there was other people that were attacked or experimented on with MK Ultra. Some of them were consensual targets. They consented. If they would have known what they had to go through, what they were going to go through, after consenting, they would have never consented, though. They would have never consented. I call this modern day because we're being attacked with more high advanced technology. They're using the satellites, B2K, and what is known as voice to skull technology back then. Voice to skull, they put headsets on their heads. That's voice to skull back then when they ran MK Ultra. They put headsets on their heads and played sounds through the headsets. They put radios and threw them in a room, a dark room, turned up the speakers from the outside or however they did it. There's several ways they did it back then. And they probably still do the same thing today in secret. They don't have to now. Which is why I say that you need to destroy these weapons. Every hand is the wrong hands. They had satellite imagery back then. It's more advanced now. Some of what I experience is modern day MK Ultra. Satellite imagery. Hackers are still trying to interfere with my phone. Imagery. And they had satellite imagery back then also. There's even in some science fiction movies they show it. I tried to find that movie to embed it in here. I might embed it in the comment section later if my account don't get banned by Elon Musk. It's Mind Control Machine or something like that. Mind Machine. It's a movie in the 50s, I believe. It's a movie from the 50s or 60s. And they call it a science fiction movie, but I know for a fact, and other targeted individuals that's attacked with what I'm attacked with knows for a fact that it's not science fiction. It's not science fiction. But it's a movie that shows you exactly what satellite imagery does. Only thing is, it's more dramatic than what the movie shows. It's a whole lot more horrific than what that movie shows. I was in the bathtub trying to shield while watching that movie. Yes, I was trying to do a radiation shielding, EMF shielding with water shielding, being zapped while watching the movie. And I was like, well, this is what I had to go through every time I go to sleep. And sometimes when I'm awake, they give quick flashes in my head, pictures in my head. Satellite imagery. They can send videos in your head and everything else. They're able to pull up stuff from your past and torture you with your past. And like if you think of an image in your head, that image goes through the satellite to the operating center that's operating these weapons, and they're able to see that picture through their screen. Whatever image you picture in your head, they're able to see that in the screen. So if a memory of something that happened to you in your past popped in your head, they see that also. And that's called satellite imagery. It's called satellite imagery. All of these things are MK Ultra. I'm just going to put this here because it goes together. Satellite imagery, V2K, and sleep deprivation. They use all those tactics to try to amp up their torture. In which the movies portray as science fiction. Let's see. That's partially my fault there. Trying to find a word for it though. Not consider. They're hacking my phone again. I already typed it out. They're just hacking my phone, causing it to go slow. I'm not a know-it-all. I only know this based on what I've experienced. I only know it based on what I experienced. Through my torture, I was forced to have to look into stuff and investigate my own stuff because I couldn't go to anyone else for help. I couldn't go to a non-target because I know they're going to look at it like it's crazy. Oh, that's only in a movie. I can't go to the government because the government covers it up. The government covers it up. I had to escape from several hospitals. Several hospitals. I was forced to go to another hospital and got tased by the cops and everything else. Tased by the cops, slammed on the ground, forced to go to the hospital. I even told them, I even shared targeted justice with them. I even told them about what I'm going through. They know a little bit about what I'm going through. They have to, because when they run my name inside their computer database, or their computer screen in their vehicle, it's gonna show up silent hit on my name. Contact terrorist screening database. It's gonna show up, and so they know something. They just gaslight me and saying, "Well, I ran your name because I asked them. Did my name show up silent hit right whenever I gave them the my ID? Hey, my name might show up silent hit or TSDB." And they told me that never did pop up, but I know dang well they lied through their teeth. They lied through their teeth. I even threatened them and their family, saying, I'll have your whole family killed. I even told them that, hey, if you leave me here in this hospital, I'm going to escape. I'm just going to escape if you leave me in the hospital. The hospital didn't even want me in there after that. After that, the hospital did not even want me there. And I got out of there the same night. A psychiatrist saw me. One of the psychiatrists saw me, and she said, I don't see you as psychotic because you're clear speaking. You're clear speaking. You just appear to be frustrated and angry, like we all get. You don't. I mean, you're telling me you don't have suicidal thoughts. You don't have homicidal thoughts. Nope. I don't have homicidal thoughts. The only way I'm gonna harm anyone is if it's in self-defense. That's it. The only way I'm gonna harm anyone is if it's in self-defense or my life is threatened. That's it. That's it. So, there's a dog outside. So I got to keep this on here. I got to keep this video on here because it's evidence. And they could easily hack that offline too if they wanted to. They're trying to play mind games on me. That's what they're trying to do. They're simply trying to play mind games on me. So Anyways, they need to do something. Alright, I guess they decided to let off. This is going to be a long video. Let's see. Hi. I have got to use the bathroom. Alright, I'm going to end this